Number 27. The other forward. Number 7. Number 7. The big man. Number 48. Junior. Starting at the other guard. Number 17.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
Well, I mean, right now, Florida, they finally found some answers to their early season. Suddenly, there's optimism surrounding this team.
Look at the opening lineup for Florida. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
4 on the clock. Junior from deep three-point territory. And it's Florida with the rebound. Driving the lane. Tries again. And he makes good on the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Three-pointer. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
James. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Harris outside. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Kaycock. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here is Mason after Florida picking up a basket just moments ago. He kicks it to Harris. To the right side. And a wide open look for Junior. It's good from long range. Junior's got 6.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Florida moving that ball around. Pass to Jackson. Launches it. And the 3 ball is good. He has 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Mason, the pass to Junior. A baseline J. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Florida, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Passes to Junior. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. Another shot. And the rejection by James. For 3, Harris. Good on the 3-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Outside Jackson. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, from downtown, And again, it's Florida with a 3.
3 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The pass to Mason. Elbow shot. Unable to get that one. And it's Florida the other way.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Here's Kaycock. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shoots. James, no good. 44% overall here in the first quarter. Kicks it to Junior. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And there's the drive over Mason. Jackson misses. Floats it up for Junior. Kaycock pulls it in.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
It's good. 8 points for Junior.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Florida trails by 3. On the wing, James. Here's Kaycock. Back to James. And his 3rd shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. The dish to Junior. That shot off, and it's Florida the other way. Here's Jackson. To the left wing. A steal. And here is Mason. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Pass to Junior. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer goes down. Junior's got 10.
Florida timeout.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter.
Florida trails by 5. Outside Jackson. Pass to Kaycock. Takes a 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The 3. The shot. No good. Gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. For 3, Harris. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to James. .131 left to play here in the first. And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Florida moving that ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Kaycock, the pass to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly.
And
how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, and I think they're doing a nice job.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
The pass to Kaycock. On the wing, Jackson. In the corner, it's James. To the middle. Florida needs to get off a shot for three. And that's out of bounds. Florida will retain possession.
Florida ball.
So it's Florida now. They trail by 7. Jackson from long range.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after them.
Here's Harris. After Florida picking up a basket just moments ago. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Harris has got 6. 1 second left. The shot, no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. They lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. So it's Florida now. 8-point game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
On the court for Florida. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. Driving to the basket. Here's Junior. And the rejection by Jackson. That shot misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pass to Junior. Count it.
Junior.
12 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Kaycock. James outside. Here's Kaycock. Over Junior. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Harris outside. From past the arc. And it's Junior missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
first one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Harris outside. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got 9.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Here's Kaycock over Junior, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Passes it to Mason. From the arc. Connects from three-point range. Mason's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Florida trails by 12. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Now the pass to Kaycock. A 3-ball. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Harris. This one for 3. Cans it from downtown. Harris has got 12.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Pass to Kaycock. Florida moving that ball. In the corner, it's James. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. There's the 3. And it's Florida with the rebound. Kaycock's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
There's a good screen from the baseline. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Florida. Down by 15. Here he goes. Can't connect from short range. 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. Pass to Mason. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Florida the other way. Pass to Kaycock to end the drought. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the screen. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Florida trails by 17. Now a timeout call.
Florida timeout call.
And Greg, people already predicting the MVP for this season. The pass to Jackson. James, right side. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Great crossover to get free.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And he drives in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Jackson against Mason. Pass to Kaycock. Here's the three. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows? Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Number 25.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
There's 42 seconds left here in the second. And the rejection by James. 3 on the clock, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. .34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Florida trails by 11. Florida moving that ball to the paint. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Drives to the hoop. Takes the 13-footer. Nice jump shot. Good. He's got 9.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They're up by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
And right now, let's talk about that monster first half for the home team.
They've built this lead from the perimeter. We know they have shooters to do it. We know sometimes they play outside in. This is one of those games that's going on by the script. Impressive performance thus far.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Tremendous game from Harris.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Florida. 11-point game. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Now here's James. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's Florida with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Six on the shot clock. Let's go. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. 43% from the floor. Kicks to Mason. The 3. And Junior with the basket on the assist by Mason. Junior's got 15 points.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Jackson, that's good.
For 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Harris outside. From deep. And it's Florida with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Kaycott. For the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. 11 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Junior, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
On the wing, James. Outside, Jackson. Back to James. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
For Florida, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Dishes it to Mason. On the way, Harris. He kicks it to Junior. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to James. Florida moving that ball around. And again, it's Florida with a 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And the pass to Mason. Five on the clock. For 3, Harris. Kaycott pulls it in. Kaycock's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Kicks it out to James. A three-pointer, no good. 43% from the floor. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And Florida with the possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Pass to Kaycock. Outside Jackson. On the wing, James. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 9.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Here's Junior. No good there. And it's Florida the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harris' shot is good. 14 points for him.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Florida trails by 5. On the wing, Jackson. James outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Harris drives in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Kaycock. Outside Jackson. Right wing. From deep three-point range. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. Here's Harris. Takes it inside. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Passes it to Kaycock. To the inside. Jackson, count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Going to somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Over to the wing. The dish to Mason. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mason's got 8 points.
Yes, the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Florida trails by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Kaycock. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. James has a 2-pointer. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. He's got 11.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And so here's the home team. 17 points was their biggest margin. Mason the pass to Harris. To the left side wing. Here's Junior. And that one, good. Junior's got 8 here in the quarter. For Florida, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Mason against Jackson. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Driving in. And there's the pass to Kaycock. Lets it go from deep.
Florida foul. Jackson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Junior. Bangs home the trifecta. Junior's got 23 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Kaycock. He's got 6. Jackson misses. Now Mason. Harris outside. Pass to Junior. He dishes it to Mason. 4 on the shot clock. For 3, Harris. Kaycock pulls it in.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Home team foul. Number 7. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
.36 seconds left to play in the third. On the wing, Jackson. From deep. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Second chance shot. And it's Florida with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Jackson. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Come on, fans. It's the
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Ford. Ball stolen. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Harris outside. From deep. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kaycock. Fires for 3. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the wing right side. Harris looking it over. Passes to Mason. Five to shoot. From deep three-point range, and it's Florida with the rebound. Jackson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
With a step back, and it's Junior with the rebound. From the field, 44%, not bad. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Out to the right wing. Here's Kaycock. On the wing, James. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Mason with a screen on James. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks to Mason. Out left to the wing. Here's Junior. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Outside Jackson. James left side. Inside, outside for Jackson. Trying to get something going. The shot comes out.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And snapped up by Harris.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. On the wing, James. There's the pass to Kaycock. In the corner, it's James. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. To the paint. And slam dunk by Harris.
Taking it to the rack with his power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Number 25, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Dishes it to Mason. Out to the right wing. Here's Junior. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The dynamic right between players and officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those 2 groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Gotten 4 of the 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Mason. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Florida trails by 16. Pass to Kaycock. Florida moving that ball around. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Kaycock. Down low. Can't get it to fall. Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Harris kicks to Mason. Out of bounds. Florida takes possession.
The ball goes to Florida.
That's a pass he's got to catch. Maybe just starting to relax a little too much with that lead.
Florida trails by 16. The pass to Kaycock.
Home team foul. Number 27. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On the wing, James. 9 feet out, and it's denied. Mason looking around. And that one comes up a bit short.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Junior sets the screen for Harris. They grab their own miss.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Misses the layup.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
In the corner, it's Junior. He feeds it to Mason. Stolen by Jackson. To the middle. And James with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
Home team.
Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. The moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Now the dish to Mason. Kicks it to Harris. To the wing on the left. To the inside. Right wing. Pass to Mason. Clock is at 3. Harris, good. Harris has got 16 points here in the second half.
The man has no part, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Junior. That shot off the mark, and it's Florida the other way. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. He lobs it up, and the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Mason against Jackson. Mason with it. Beyond the arc. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Kaycock. James left side. Takes the 3. The rebound by Mason. Harris outside. They double him with James. Three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. Harris has got 31.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Pass to Kaycock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
That free throw, no good.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harris passes to Junior. It's tipped. And so they get the victory here at home.
82.
They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.